Hey fam, welcome back. This is Life with Jay and Joe. This is Jay, I'm Joe, and we are back with a episode of Bedtime Talk. I think this is episode 5. Yeah, so today we're going to talk about masculinity, feminine energy, and the dynamics of gay marriage.
Gay relationships in general.
Or gay relationships as well. So people have a lot of, perceptions of us, misconceptions, whatever you want to call it. And we're just going to talk about it and also, go a little deeper in our thoughts on it.
Okay, let me first start by saying,
Let me sit up for this one.
I am not oblivious to the fact of how I look.
Very attractive.
Okay, I'll take that. I'm not blind or I'm not dumb. I know I am not the most masculine presenting person in the world. I get that. However, on the flip side, I'm also not the most feminine person in the world either. Yes, I like to have my eyebrows cleaned. Yes, I don't like facial hair on my face. Yes, I don't like gray hair. Yes, I like to have my blonde hair sometimes. Yes, I like to wear black hair sometimes. And so I don't understand for the life of me, why does that, me liking to have myself presentable at all times, makes me feminine? Why can't I just like to look nice? Why can't I just like to be clean cut? Why can't I just like to love on myself? Why I got to be feminine because I like to take care of myself?
Yeah, I don't know, but people say it a lot. And people always say that I'm extremely masculine. And I'm just like me. Like I've been this way, like literally all my life. And I don't try to be overly masculine. And truthfully, sometimes I don't feel like I am as masculine as people say that I am. But people always call me very masculine. I've also have blonde hair a lot. And people still look at me and call me masculine. So I don't know if it's the beard. I don't know if it's my posture. I don't know if it's the way that I talk. I'm not really sure what it is. Like, do you know what it is? Because people always come up when they not come up to us, but when they're having conversations with us pertaining to our relationship and the roles, quote unquote, in a relationship, they always they always say that I'm the masculine one and he's the feminine one, or they say that I'm the guy and he's the girl in a relationship, and so on and so on. We've heard so many different versions of this from numerous people, and this is from straight people. This is also from gay people.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes from gay people, it's I must be the top and he must be the bottom, basically.
Pretty much. Which I think that's where like where lines get blurred, at least as it pertains to us. I think that a lot of times when it's same-sex relationships or same-sex marriages, most people on the outside looking in automatically thinks he must be the man and he must be the woman, or he must be the top and he must be the bottom and he must be the whatever. I think that a lot of times, as quiet as it's kept, from the people that we know, a lot of our friends or people that we're acquainted with don't do those roles.
Well, because I guess they know us.
No, I'm talking about with themselves.
Oh yeah, got you. That is true.
A lot of our people that we know don't really have those kind of roles. We do know some people that is 100% bottom and 100% top, but for the most part, there are no gender roles in most of the relationships that we know of.
That's true. That's true.
And what I think it is, though, I think that if you're standing us side by side and people are judging us by just the way that we look, I'm smaller than you. You're more muscular than I am.
Are you calling me fat?
I literally just said muscular.
Who's a joke? Oh my God. Go ahead.
You have facial hair. I don't have any facial hair. You know, I have my eyebrows clean. You do too, but not as much as mine.
Not right now. They look a mess, but I do like my eyebrows to look nice.
Right. I have gauges. You don't have any earrings, and I think all of those things kind of point people in the direction to say, "Oh, he's this and you're this." Which, if they just asked or had a conversation, you know, they would know that we're not really defined by roles.
Yeah. So I guess we'll just go ahead and clear this up. If you are watching this and are wondering, or one of the people that have kind of put your own identity on us. So first we'll start off with the fact that we are a gay married couple, and that means that we're both, fully versatile in this relationship. And I was versatile before this relationship. I've never been one of those people that try to pretend that like, hey, I'm a top, because I'm not, and I'm also not a bottom. And he's never been a top, and he's never been a bottom. And I think, that also makes our sex life, even better, because we can do a lot of different things. And I mean, that's just my take on it. And yeah, and on top of that, I know there's a lot of people, especially in our gay community, that really feel like if you're masculine looking, or if you present yourself as a man, the stereotypical man, or if you look like a thug or something, that you have to be a top. And then on the other flip of that, there's the ones that say, well, if you're feminine, you must be a bottom.
Right.
But feminine guys also top, and masculine guys also bottom. There are some masculine guys that are just bottoms, and there are some feminine guys that are just tops.
We literally just had this conversation last night with a close friend of ours, no name shall be mentioned, who presents hyper and super feminine outside, gets in drag, does drag shows, wears makeup, wears nails, wears heels, is a full woman aesthetically, but privately, they are a dominant person. They are dominant in the bedroom. They are dominant when it's, when they're in relationships. They are the dominant ones. So I think that a lot of times, especially when it's in our community, you can't really judge a book by its cover per se. And I think that when you have questions, ask.
I don't think you should judge anybody. You should not assume what anybody does in a bedroom by what you see. I mean, now you see it's becoming a lot more common, where you hear about straight men letting their wives, or straight men letting their girlfriends, penetrate them. So I have a question for you.
Shoot.
So I know that it happens a lot. Like, we just went on a cruise, and it happened on the cruise. Like, it happens almost all the time. I can't even tell you how many times. But do you ever get offended? Because I personally feel like sometimes it irritates you from your facial expressions. But do you actually get offended?
I don't necessarily get offended. Do I get irritated? Yes. But I don't get offended. I don't ever feel attacked.
Okay.
But I do get irritated, and I get irritated because, first of all, like, why is that any of your business? And then I'd be like, second of all, like, you can't just assume something just by the way that I look. And then why? So, I mean, while they may have a preconceived notion, or they may have made a judgment off of my appearance, there are levels and layers to what's happening. And so sometimes, yes, I do get irritated, but I don't get offended by it.
Okay.
Like, I don't feel attacked. I don't feel like I want to be aggressive when someone asks me that. I will be like, well, why you said that? Or what makes you think that? I will ask questions.
Which you do.
But I don't get offended.
And for me, when it happens, I mean, I don't get offended. I just more sometimes think about, does it irritate him? Because I see his facial expression, and I know when he starts getting irritated, because he can't really hide it. I don't really feel like I'm more masculine, because I have my days when I'm feminine. I have my days when I walk around the house, and some people may consider me as acting like a girl. Like I have my moments. I have my moments when I'm talking to my friends, or I might swing my head a certain way. I might do this, like I'm pretending like I'm putting hair behind my ear. Like I'm a gay man. If I get upset, I naturally start like swinging my head a lot, and people consider that like to be feminine. So, I mean,
And he be in here voguing too.
I be trying to vote, but I haven't got it yet. But I actually do want to learn how to vote. My hand coordination and all that stuff just don't work really well. And I don't think I can do a dip because I feel like I hurt my knee or something. But in my head, I'm like the best voter ever. So yeah, sometimes it gets a little weird, but I mean I get it because I'm not gonna pretend like I haven't perceived people to be a certain way by looking at them. But I guess I was never on the inside of it, having it done to me and him, because since we've been together, a lot of people just assume and then they talk to us about it. So I definitely get it, but I kind of wish that society wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I think that we need to do away with these whole gender roles things. I think that that's like outdated, and with the world that we're living in right now, there are women doing men things and men doing women things, and children doing adult things and adults doing children things. I feel like all of those, this whole gender role and blah blah blah, just needs to be over and done with.
So I didn't even tell you this, but I was saving it until we got on here to bring it up. At least I don't think I told you. So I was talking to one of my coworkers who also watches our YouTube videos, and I told him that we were going to have a conversation about this, and we were just talking about it, and he was saying that like he has gay friends, and he said like he would never have known that I was gay by looking at me and by talking to me. And he also says, like, I forgot how he put it, but basically like when he think of a gay couple, he relates it back to a straight couple. So he's in a straight couple, he thinks, male, female. And I think a lot of people do this too. So when they see a gay couple, they like, okay, well, somebody has to be the male and then somebody has to be the female. And then they look at, the two people and decide, okay, well, this person is going to be the male and that person is going to be the female. And now we have it figured out. He's a male, she's a female kind of thing. Do you believe that?
I do believe that. And I do believe that, but I think that it's also valid for our community as well.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
Not just the straight community.
So that's one way the straight community look at it. And then I guess the gay community, it translates from like, male, female to top, bottom.
Yes, that's facts.
Which is very confusing when it comes to the gay community, because if you are gay, if you've been out, having sex, more than likely you've experienced messing around with somebody that may present one way and then get in the bedroom and present something completely different. So it really confuses me when it comes from the gay community.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, or don't get us wrong, there are couples, whether it be a married couple or a couple that is just in a relationship that do have those specific roles that they play.
Yes.
They do exist.
Yes.
But all I'm saying is, all I would say is
ask.
Don't assume. You know what they say, when you assume, you make up out of, and then But
at the same time, if somebody did just randomly come up to you and be like, hey, are you the bottom and are you
well, that's why you shouldn't randomly do things. That's why you shouldn't randomly, if you have a question, if you see a person on the street and you want to ask them a question, you have to first start the conversation.
I mean, it's a good point.
Yeah, you have to start the conversation first. Once you start the conversation, then you can ask your question. Okay. If somebody just came up to me out of the blue, you like to, the kind of question. I'm gonna be like,
what?
Why?
I get it. I definitely get it. All right, so fam, so if you are watching this video and you also have had your own perceptions of us, Just put them in the comments because I actually would like to know. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Like
it would be nice.
Yeah, we would like to know, like, what did you think?
What were your thoughts?
What were your thoughts?
When you first saw us?
Yeah. And did you have the same thoughts that most people seem to have? And if so, like, why? Like, what made you think that? And because, I mean, it's very interesting. And I know it's not just us. I'm pretty sure many gay relationships where people just automatically pick who is who.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And, you know, we're not mad because people do it. He does get a little irritated, but I just feel like, I guess one thing you should take away from this is just don't assume
one thing
just because of what society is trying to tell you that it should be.
The norm. Like, yeah, you don't have to necessarily be, things is not always going to be the societal norms, for lack of a better term, when it pertains to anything, not just gay relationships, but anything in general. Nothing is as it seems.
Exactly.
If that makes any sense.
Exactly. So with that being said,
thank you guys for watching.
Thank you guys for watching.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And like he asked, comment down below. Let us know what your thoughts were, what your first impressions of us were. What did you think? Did you think there was, like, you know, let us know what you thought. You know what we're talking about.
Yeah, and maybe if I cut my beard, and maybe they'll consider me the more feminine one. And if you had a beard, maybe you should. We just find an AI that can flip it and give you a beard and take my beard off, and see if people think I'm still more masculine. Because it could be my beard.
It could be a beard. I think it's more like the physique type of deal. I think people just automatically envision what's happening because I'm smaller than you, you're bigger than me, physique wise, and they just automatically see something in their head.
I hope they see something nice.
Everything is nice.
So yeah, fam, thank you. And again, thank you guys for watching our channel and continuing to follow us. And we love you guys and love the support. And,
love you every day.
You know, I got my heart this time because Jay joked on me just recently on the last video.
Because you said it was your hug.
But everybody knew what I was talking about.
We knew what you said.
But they knew what I was talking about. All right, guys, let me do my hand behind my ear. If I'm like, he can't even do it right.
Bye.
Peace out.